How's it going, folks? Happy Halloween. Now, I am enjoying a blue moon because they say that this Halloween shall have a blue moon. And as I pour my drink, let me entice you guys to another edition of Story Time. A little bit of prep work though. My childhood could best be described as me being in constant fear of the unknown. There were a lot of things in my childhood that would scare me. A lot of things that would lie in the dark. A lot of things that I remember and yet no one else does remember. I could tell you about how I had these memories and they're so vivid. They're so vivid of like one time my parents dropping my brother, my cousin, and myself when we were young, dropping us off after a party to our house, and because we wanted to play like Sega Genesis or whatever. And I remember so vividly walking in and realizing that someone had broken inside the house. I just remember someone was inside the house. I remember being scared out of my life. I remember my brother getting on the phone, calling my parents, them coming, because the window was open, so there was somebody inside, and we could hear somebody walking around inside the house. And yet, I ask them nowadays, hey, remember when that happened? They don't remember it. Never happened. Yet I remember it so vividly. How is that possible? There's a lot of things I'm sure about, and then I'm not sure about my childhood. But there is one thing I am certain of. And look, I'm not playing around with you guys, okay? If I'm gonna show you guys this thing, it's because I believe it. I believe what I'm gonna tell you. Shit that scares me now that I've gotten into action figure collecting is the fact that all these action figures, for the most part, are humanoid shape. So they're the perfect vessel to be controlled by entities of greater power, of greater evil, whatever you want to describe them. The thought that if all these action figures were to be possessed all at once by something and they could start moving on their own, well, that's something that keeps me up at night sometimes. Reason I tell you guys this is because there is one action figure in particular of mine that I have seen moved. I'm being serious with you guys here, please, honestly. And I always keep him locked up because if I don't keep him locked up, he's going to move around and he's going to disappear. And it's going to take years for me to find him again somewhere around the house. I am talking about, of course, the Green Devil. Let's see. I always keep him in one of these plastic bins by my bed. Let's see if I can find the leg real quick. The leg of it. Yeah. This is real to me, folks. This is real to me. Well, having trouble finding his leg. At the moment. What the heck? Odd. I can't seem to find his leg. There. tell me why, how I could leave this box in a stationary position and he'll be on one side of the box and his leg will be on the other corner of the box. I seldom move these boxes around. But yes, folks, let me tell you a little bit about this guy. I call him the Green Devil. That's not its actual name. I really don't know its actual name, meaning in the sense of who produced it. I know for a fact he's one of those Masters of the Universe He-Man kind of knockoff action figures, and I think he belonged to my brother. And so he's kind of a bootleg He-Man Masters of the Universe figure. The point I'm getting to you with this is the fact that me and my brother would use him, to play around, have him fight other figures or whatnot, or have him partake in wrestling matches or what have you. And back in the day when he still had full use of both his legs, I still remember it so vividly. So we had him in this pose like that, kind of like a gorilla press slam. Now tell me how, by himself, we just had him standing around like that. See, as you could see, these arms are stiff. They are stiff. They're not loose at all. They're not loose at all. How do I see him just do this motion and literally throw both arms out and just throw that action figure by himself? I saw it. I saw him move like that. Afterwards, you know what? I couldn't really use this guy anymore to play around. So I just would not really use this action figure as much anymore. That's when he started disappearing. And he would disappear, and you would see him in other places. I would leave him inside a cardboard box where I would have all my action figures, and he'd be gone. I wouldn't see him for a while. And then next thing you know, he would just wind up in a cupboard somewhere, all on his own. I don't know what this figure has, but it does exist, and it does allow it to move on its own. Come on, motherfucker. If you could move right now. Funny story is, we didn't see him for a while, and next thing you know, this is after my brother started. A family. He gave birth to wonderful children, my nieces, my nephews. My nephews happened to find them in one of my mom's closets, just laying there like nothing. And I remember it was Easter. It was Easter weekend. I want to say like 2010-ish. We just found him there. And I recalled he was like, hey, it's that one figure that always disappears. I wanted to get him. And I remember we partook in all those Easter activities. We collected eggs and all this and that. And I always meant to get this guy. By the time I went back, he was gone. He had moved by himself. Now, thing is, we didn't end up seeing him again for another 4 years. In that time, we found him outside, literally like on a tree outside. Like on a tree that at the time my nieces or nephews could not climb that tree. They were too young, but by that new age, they were able to go up and search around and find him there. He was out there, and he was already missing one of his legs. One of his legs had broken off. This other one was actually attached before at the time. It only broke off when I had him in this case. It just broke off on its own. And to this day, I believe that the leg broke off because he had tried to escape. I'm pretty sure if I were to just leave him here, lay him down there, he would move on his own. Sure. Pretty sure if I were to just leave him here, say I go on a weekend vacation or whatever, pretty sure I come back, he's not here anymore. Thing is, where does he disappear to? Where does he go to? Why does he hide in closets? Why does he hide in cupboards? Why does he hide in the shadows? What exactly is an intention on moving around by himself? You can't move much now. You gotta crawl now. But still, what does this figure want to do when we're not looking? It makes me wonder. And that has been story time. Thank you again for Thank you again for watching this video. As always, peace and love. Happy Halloween. Be safe. And remember to not invite things to your home that you cannot control. Peace and love. Creepy shit, man. I keep hearing noises, like outside. I gotta check out what's that noise.